Hebrews 7. I read from the Institute for Scripture Research, the ISR, because it takes a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Greek to English, and Aramaic to English. Yah is the Elohim of the heavens and the earth, the first and the last and the only, and he's an extremely jealous El. He's so jealous that he doesn't even want the names of idols or mighty ones to come to our lips. And Yah is short for Yahweh, Yahweh, Yod-He, Vav-He. It's like saying Dan, Daniel, Daniel with an E. What is the difference and does matters when people say that Phil, Bob, Sam, and Aaron are the same name. We know they're not, and no one in their right mind would ever believe that, and only a fool would believe that a hammer could force its creator to do anything, and there was no letter J in the Hebrew, Greek, or Aramaic text, because the letter J is about 600 years old, while the son of Elohim, Yahoshua, died on a stake for the sins of all of humanity over 2,000 years ago. And a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Yahoshua is Joshua. And I strongly believe that the son of Elohim's name, Yahoshua, means Yahweh is salvation. 7. For this Melchizedek, Malkitsed with a line underneath of it, EQ, sovereign of Shalem, Shale with a half a check mark M, priest of the Most High Elohim, who met Abraham returning from the slaughter of the sovereigns, and blessed him, to whom also Abraham gave a 10th part of all, his name being translated indeed first sovereign of righteousness, and then also sovereign of Shalem, that is, sovereign of peace, without father, without mother, without genealogy, having neither beginning of days nor end of life, but having been made like the son of Elohim, remains a priest for all time. That's going to be really cool to see, to be honest, to see Abraham. That's going to be cool. Now see how great this one was, to whom even the ancestor Abraham gave a 10th of the choicest booty. And truly those who are of the sons of Levi, L-E with a half a check mark, W-I, which is Levi, who receive the priesthood, have a command to receive tithes from the people according to the Torah, T-O-R-A-H. Another word for Torah is law. That is from their brothers, though they have come from the loins of Abraham. However, the one whose genealogy is not derived from them received tithes from Abraham and blessed the one who held the promises. And it is beyond all dispute that the lesser is blessed by the better. I just want to point out that Yahweh made a promise for those who follow him. If you don't follow him, the promise is not for you. Yahoshua is the promise. Everlasting life. If you follow me, he says. Anyways. And here it is men who die that receive tithes, but there it is someone of whom it is witnessed that he lives, and one might say that through Abraham even Levi, who received tithes, gave tithes, for he was still in the loins of his father when Melchizedek met him. Truly then, if perfection were through Levitical priesthood, L-E with a half a check mark, W-I-T-I-C-A-L, priesthood, for under it the people were given the Torah, why was there still need for another priest to rise according to the order of Melchizedek, and not be called according to the order of Aaron, A-H-A-R-O-N, for the priesthood being changed of necessity, there takes place a change of law also. For he of whom this is said belongs to another tribe, from which no one had attended at the slaughter place, for it is perfectly clear that our master arose from Yehuda, YEHUD with a line underneath of it, AH, a tribe about which Moshe, MOSHEH, never spoke of concerning priesthood. And this is clearer still if another priest arises in the likeness of Melchizedek, who has become not according to the Torah of fleshy command, but according to the power of an endless life. For he does witness, you are a priest forever, according to the order of Melchizedek. For there is indeed a setting aside of the former command because of its weakness and unprofitableness. For the Torah perfected not NAUGHT, but the bringing in of a better expectation through which we draw near to Elohim. And it was not without an oath, for they indeed became priests without an oath, but he became priest with an oath by him who said to him, Yahweh has sworn and shall not regret. You are a priest forever according to the order of Melchizedek. By as much of this, Yahoshua has become a guarantor of a better covenant, and indeed those that became priests were many because they were prevented by death from continuing. But he, because he remains forever, has an unchangeable priesthood. Therefore he is also able to save completely those who draw near to Elohim through him, ever living to make intercession for them. For it was fitting that we should have such a high priest, kind, innocent, undefiled, having been separated from sinners and exalted above the heavens, who does not need, as those high priests, to offer up slaughter offerings day by day, first for his own sins and then for those of the people. For this he did once for all when he offered himself up. For the Torah appoints as high priests men who have weakness, but the word of the oath which came after the Torah appoints the Son, having been perfected forever. Appoints is also written in fancy English. That's what I'm going to call that. Fancy English, the stuff where it's like they have the normal writing and then they got the slanted writing with the fancier writing. Yeah. Fancy English. Interesting.